Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be our first video demo. Kind of new to this technology or using it in the classroom, so just be patient. The production value is going to get better as we go along, but yeah, let's get started. So today I was hoping to talk with you about blind contour and regular contour drawings. So a contour drawing is a drawing where we're defining edges, and in class recently we talked about the fact that an edge is a shared boundary. So for example, if we look at our hand, we see that there's a lot of different edges apparent in our hand. When we're drawing, these edges are going to become lines, and so it's important that we know what we're actually looking for. So take a look at your hand and specifically look at your fingernail. Your fingernail is a boundary or an edge that has a border where your fingernail ends and the fleshy part of your finger begins. So what we're defining again is the difference or the edge or boundary between where your fingernail ends and your finger begins. So there's two types of edges that we're going to be seeing. We have your outer edges, which are going to be along the perimeter or outside of your form. So for your hand, that would give you kind of like the outline of your hand. Now we also have something called inner edges, all of the folds and little creases in my hand, and also the inner edge of my nail bed, my ring, all the hairs on my hand are also going to be considered inner edges. So there's a ton of edges here. There's actually more edges than we could physically record. If we were a computer, we could probably do it, but our eye is limited. So the great thing about that though is that every drawing we make, we get to choose whether we go for a simplified version where we're trying to just get the most essential edges to describe the form, or if we want to really go elaborate and kind of get as much detail and as much information as possible. And that's on a spectrum. We have minimal to really busy, lots of information. All right, so we said that there's two types of contour drawing. We have blind contour and regular contour. I'm going to demonstrate those really quickly. Let's see if we can get our camera to turn down here. All right, I'm going to draw my hand, and we're going to be using the first step we're going to do is a regular contour drawing. So a regular contour drawing means that we're allowed to look at both our paper and our hand while we're drawing it. So I'm going to set up my hand and I'm going to crinkle my fingers in or fold them in so that I have a more interesting pose. And I'm going to put my pencil and I'm going to draw a marker just so it's a little bit easier to see. And here we go. When I'm drawing, I want to try and draw at a nice slow pace. I always tell my students that you want to think that your pencil should be moving about as fast as an ant would walk. You're going to notice that my ability to talk is going to decrease as I'm shifting into right brain mode.